Okay, so I'm going to read this one to you so you can hear how I would read. A scientific team compared gold samples from several ancient artifacts with gold samples from an ancient mine in Western Asia. Okay, so we're comparing these gold samples from artifacts and from an ancient mine. The ratios of the trace elements in these samples were all very similar, and they were unlike the trace element ratios from any other known mine. So the elements in these gold things are very similar, and we don't have these similar gold mine. Like, we've never found these trace elements in another mine. But that doesn't mean a mine doesn't exist. We just haven't found it.
Right.
It is therefore likely that the gold in the artifacts was dug from the ancient mine. So our conclusion is that it is therefore likely that the gold in the artifacts was dug from the ancient mine. And I know that this is a weaken question, but I wanted to weaken this. So I want to say that it's likely that the gold in the artifacts was not found from the ancient mine. So how can we weaken stimulus? Or weaken an argument, I'm sorry.
So you make the conclusion not possible, or it can't be true?
Right, but like what are ways that we can go about doing that?
You could attack one of the premises that they're using to support it.
Attack one of the premises?
You could maybe an alternate cause.
Yes, an alternate, that's a big one, right? All right, so how would you, I want you to predict, how would you attack one of these premises?
So when I read, I picked up on the same thing you said, where it said known mines, but maybe they just have not, found other mines where this could possibly be from.
Yeah, if it said like, we only know about 10% of the mines in the world, that would be a great way to attack one of the premises.
Right.
What about, how would you, how would you promote an alternative explanation?
How would alternate for this?
This one's kind of hard. I think it's kind of like the same thing where it's like, it's like most of the mines have not been found or something like that. Cause like where else is gold gonna come from? Unless maybe, can gold come from something that's not a mine?
Yeah, I think so.
I don't know. Yeah, so maybe an alternative explanation is it doesn't come from a mine at all.
Okay, yeah.
Maybe it comes from the ocean. I don't know.
Yeah.
All right. So go ahead and read through these answer choices for me and tell me what you think.
A, the ancient mine tapped into a large underground deposit that also supplied nearby riverbeds with significant quantities of gold. So that could be kind of what you were talking about, where, okay, maybe it's not from the mine, but it's from these riverbeds. I don't know, so I'm going to keep going. B, the ancient mine may have at one time been operated by the same civilization that was responsible for most of the ancient artifacts. I don't think that's doing anything to weaken. So
yeah, it almost strengthens it. It's like, yeah.
Yes.
Those that are responsible for artifacts.
Yeah. Okay. So that is out. C, the ancient mine was first operated many centuries before the artifacts were constructed. I don't think that does anything.
Why? Yeah, why not?
Okay, so if the mine was first operated centuries before, that doesn't do anything to tell me that they didn't come from this mine, or that the gold didn't come from the mine.
Yeah, maybe it's just really old gold, and now they like
Yeah.
turned it into artifacts. Excellent.
D. Ancient gold artifacts were often constructed from gold taken from earlier artifacts. Again, it's not really telling me either way if it's from the mine or not.
Yeah, because where could the gold of the earlier artifacts come from?
It could have been in the mine, or we don't know. E. Much of the gold dug from the ancient mine in Western Asia was transported to faraway destinations. I think I may have picked this one and it was wrong. Let me see. What did I pick for this one? Yeah, I picked E because I don't know why I picked E. I guess I was thinking like, I don't know, like, okay, they took this gold somewhere else, but I don't see why it matters. I don't
Right.
know.
It doesn't matter that it was transported. It's like, yeah, it was transported,
No.
but it still could have. I wonder if you crossed them all off and then just went with E. You tend to do that.
It's
I don't
possible.
I don't love A. I remember doing this question and I didn't love it because I was like, the ancient mine tapped into a large underbred deposit that also supplied nearby riverbeds. Because I was thinking, like, this ancient mine, is this gold still coming from the ancient mine? But I think what this is saying is the ancient mine, it actually is coming from the riverbeds, not the mine.
Right. Right. Yeah, I see that.
Or it could be that the artifact was dug from. It's not that it was dug. It was that maybe the gold just floated out too. Maybe it was from the mine, but
Yeah.
it out. It wasn't dug.
Okay.
So it's weak. So it's actually just weakening how we got it. So the
Yeah.
alternative explanation is it wasn't dug. It just floated down the river. You wish gold was just floating down the river?
Oh gosh.